All right, well, we're back at it here after about 11 to 12-hour day. It's 4th of July weekend, Saturday. And so what we did today is we just did basic mock-up, fitting our hood and body panels, everything that has a relationship to gaps. You see on the Mustangs here, we got a few issues that we don't have on the Porsche, but it looks like most of this can get resolved with our hood gaps. I think these cars, I'm not a real Mustang specialist, but I think these cars were fairly much hand put together, hand built, and a lot of your edges and seams and things of that nature just don't quite perfect out, and lines. But we did get everything to work the way we need to. We'll definitely need to do some fine tuning. This guy here still got to fit that in there. But we got the doors on. That's some of the body work refined, although we got a lot more body work to do. Got the trunk in here. Just setting up the tail lights just so we can see how everything's going to kind of fit together. Got some rough body work going on the tail end here. But overall, at least we got this one under control. We understand what we need to do. Had a lot of problems with hinges in the trunk. Door hinges weren't too bad. Those were very adjustable. Get all the upward and downward in and out adjustment that you need. We had a lot of problems with our ring brother hinges. We had to pull those off because we just couldn't get the hood to close, period, with the adjustments that they gave us. And went back to our factory hood hinges. But even these guys don't really work all that well. There's quite a bit of adjustment in there, but it seems like the springs, or maybe some metal fatigue over the years, it just makes them a little bit bouncy, so when we close the hood, not quite sitting down where it needs to sit. So we got some things to resolve in the hinge department here. Show you our ring brothers. Now this guy here, you can see we made some notes on there. We couldn't get this to adjust out. We spent a couple hours on these. Hood on and off several times, taking the struts on and off several times, and we just couldn't get them to go. We tried everything. But looks like these slots in here are going to need to be reamed out, make them a little bit wider. So their CNC machine isn't quite spot on for, they got plenty of width in there, but not quite in the right location to get the hood to close. So expensive hinges, going to have some work to do on those if you buy those. They look really nice, but would expect quite a long time to get them installed and adjusted out, and you may have to do a little drilling and reaming on those holes. Something to think about if you're going to throw down the big money on those guys. But other than that, we're pretty satisfied. It's a long day. We're both dead. Got the hood on. Starting to look like a Mustang. So we'll get back at this thing when we have more time, but this gets it in a basic shape and a semi-completed look, and also gives us a game plan now, so we know exactly what's going to work, what's not going to work. We can refine those and then move on to a more refined bodywork state. This is just really a rough bodywork state. We're not really close to epoxy primer. We probably got another month or two of hinge adjusting, gap adjusting, and more finer bodywork. But we'll get there. Try to deal with the heat while we're getting there, but eventually we'll make it. So there it is, and we'll keep you up on this project from time to time. See how Mike's coming along. I'll probably come over here and get my hand once in a while. Good looking car. A quite different assembly than our Porsche project. Amazing. All right, well, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next video.